Love's obscenity. Obscene. Discredited by modern opinion, love's sentimentality must be assumed by the amorous subject as a powerful transgression which leaves him alone and exposed. By a reversal of values, then, it is this sentimentality which today constitutes love's obscenity. 1. Example of obscenity. Each occasion in this very text that the word love is used, the obscenity would cease if we were to say mockingly, love, Lacan. Or again, evening at the opera, a very bad tenor comes on stage. In order to express his love to the woman he loves, who is beside him, he stands facing the public. I am this tenor, like a huge animal, obscene and stupid, brightly lighted as in a show window. I declaim an elaborately encoded aria without looking at the one I love, to whom I am supposed to be addressing myself. Or again, a dream. I am giving a course on love. My students are all women, no longer young. I am Paul Géraldy. Or again, the word did not seem to him to repay such frequent repetition. The slippery monosyllable, with its lingual and labial, and the bleating vowel between. It came to sound positively offensive. It suggested watered milk, or anything else that was pale and insipid. Thomas Mann. Or finally, my love is a sexual organ of unparalleled sensitivity which trembles as it makes me utter terrible cries, the cries of a huge but stinking ejaculation, at grips with the ecstatic gift that one makes of oneself as a naked, obscene victim, mocked by the loud laughter of the whores. Bataille. I take for myself the scorn lavished on any kind of pathos, formerly in the name of reason, in order that so ardent a production, Lessing said of Werther, not do more harm than good. Do you not suppose it required a brief, cool peroration? Today, in the name of modernity, which acknowledges a subject, provided it be generalized, true popular music, the music of the masses, plebeian music, is open to all the impulses of group subjectivities, no longer to the solitary subjectivity, the highfalutin sentimental subjectivity of the isolated subject. Daniel Charles, Musique et Oubli. 2. Encounter with an intellectual in love. For him, to assume, not to repress, extreme stupidity, the naked stupidity of his discourse, is the same thing as for Bataille's subject to take off his clothes in a public place, the necessary form of the impossible and of the sovereign, an objection that no discourse of transgression can recuperate it, and such that it exposes itself without protection to the moralism of anti-morality. From this point, he judges his contemporaries as so many innocents. They are innocent, those who censure amorous sentimentality in the name of a new morality. The distinctive mark of modern souls is not lying, but innocence, incarnate in lying moralism. To discover this innocence everywhere, that may be the most disheartening part of our task. Nietzsche. Historical reversal. It is no longer the sexual which is indecent, it is the sentimental, censured in the name of what is in fact only another morality. 3. The lover raves. He shifts the sentiment of values, but his raving is stupid. What is stupider than a lover? So stupid that no one dares offer his discourse publicly without a serious mediation, novel, play, or analysis between tweezers. Socrates' daemon, the one who spoke first within him, whispered to him, no, my daemon, on the contrary, is my stupidity. Like the Nietzschean ass, I say yes to everything in the field of my love. I insist, reject all training, repeat the same actions. No one can educate me, nor can I educate myself. My discourse is continuously without reflection. I do not know how to reverse it, organize it, stud it with glances, quotation marks. I always speak in the first degree. I persist in a dutiful, discreet, conformist delirium, tamed and banalized by literature. What is stupid is to be surprised. The lover is constantly so. He has no time to transform, to reverse, to protect. Perhaps he knows his stupidity, but he does not censure it. Or again, his stupidity acts as a cleavage, a perversion. It's stupid, he says, and yet it's true. 4. Whatever is anachronic is obscene. As a modern divinity, history is repressive. History forbids us to be out of time. Of the past, we tolerate only the ruin, the monument, kitsch, what is amusing. We reduce this past to no more than its signature. The lover's sentiment is old-fashioned, but this antiquation cannot even be recuperated as a spectacle. Love falls outside of interesting time. No historical, polemical meaning can be given to it. It is in this that it is obscene. 5. In amorous life, the fabric of incidents is of an incredible futility, and this futility, allied with the highest seriousness, is literally unseemly. When I seriously envisage committing suicide because of a telephone call that doesn't come, an obscenity occurs which is as great as when, in Sade, the Pope sodomizes a turkey. But sentimental obscenity is less strange, and that is what makes it more abject. Nothing can exceed the unseemliness of a subject who collapses in tears because his other behaves distantly. When there are still so many men in the world who are dying of hunger, when so many nations are struggling for their freedom, etc. Sade. 6. The moral tax levied by society on all transgressions affects passion still more than sex today. Everyone will understand that X has huge problems with his sexuality, but no one will be interested in those Y may have with his sentimentality. Love is obscene precisely in that it puts the sentimental in place of the sexual. That sentimental old baby, Fourier, who suddenly died while deeply in love, would seem as obscene as President Félix Faure, who died of a stroke in his mistress's arms. 7. Amorous obscenity is extreme. Nothing can redeem it, bestow upon it the positive value of a transgression. The subject's solitude is timid, stripped of any décor. No Bataille will give a style, an écriture to that obscenity. The amorous text, scarcely a text at all, consists of little narcissisms, psychological paltriness. It is without grandeur. Or its grandeur, but who, socially, is present to acknowledge it, is to be unable to reach any grandeur, not even that of crass materialism. It is then the impossible moment when the obscene can really coincide with affirmation, with the amen, the limit of language. Any utterable obscenity as such can no longer be the last degree of the obscene. Uttering it, even through the wink of a figure, I myself am already recuperated, socialized.